Bill Simmons, the Podfather himself, proposes a Knicks trade that does not include Donovan Mitchell, and Chris and I are here to break it all down. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dariel and Chris from Knicks Digest, and yeah, Chris, let's get right into the video itself. So, yesterday on the Bill Simmons podcast, they were talking about different players that are up for trades this season, and yeah, they did have a little segment on Donovan Mitchell, but one of the proposed trades that Bill Simmons talked about was actually I don't want to say out of left field, but he threw out a trade of OG Anunoby for RJ Barrett. The trade would include the Knicks sending to the Raptors would obviously include RJ Barrett, but more than likely it would include one of those first round draft picks. Surface level, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
But of course, I got some numbers here to compare the two players. But before we get into the numbers, I want to ask you, on the surface level, what's your reaction to that trade?
I don't want to do it, and it's not happening. Just never happening in a million years. Nope, not happening.
Is it because of the whole Knicks suing Raptors thing,
Yep.
or
Yep.
that's what's up?
It's that, and the Knicks think that they can do something better with RJ Barrett than trade for a guy who's going to be a restricted free agent in 6 months.
Do you want to get into the numbers, just in a hypothetical world, I guess?
Do it.
All right. So let's go with OG. OG for the season right now, he is averaging 14.7, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 46.9 field goal percentage on 12 attempts, and 3 points, he is 37.2% on 6 attempts. Okay, so now let's compare all that to RJ. Points, RJ is averaging 18.5. RJ is averaging 4 rebounds, same as OG. Assists, RJ is averaging 2.5, the same as OG. Field goal percentage, RJ is averaging 42.6 on 15 attempts. 3-point, this is where RJ is lacking. And it's interesting because I thought he was shooting better this season. But 3-point field goal percentage, he's averaging 34.3 on 5 attempts. It's interesting because some of their stats are like literally identical. And I don't know, man. It's like, are they the same player?
No, not at all.
All right, talk to me.
OG is more of a 3-and-D player. RJ is not the shooter that Anunoby is. RJ is a better inside scorer. OG is a better defender. OG demands the ball less. Something that Bill Simmons said that was absolutely correct is that RJ does not really fit that well with the Knicks, and that each player would fit better with the opposite team. But that's exactly where you can kind of end with that, because OG doesn't want to be with the Toronto Raptors. He's never really wanted to be there over the past few seasons. He certainly doesn't want to be there right now. He wants to get traded. And if he doesn't get traded, then he's probably going to do his best to walk in restricted free agency. Obviously, he doesn't hold a lot of power because he's restricted. But he's going to try to leave, and the Knicks know that. And I think because of that, you just take RJ right off the table and say, all right, well, we each have a problem here. We each have a player who might want to leave in restricted free agency. If we're going to do a trade, you're getting Quickley, because that's really where everything sort of ends.
Wait, so what would the trade be? RJ and Quickley?
Oh, no.
Sorry, I misheard you.
Yeah, just Quickley. Maybe Evan Fournier if you need the contracts to work.
For OG?
Yeah, that's really as far as I'm going, because OG's going to be a free agent soon. Like, yeah, you have that restricted power over him, but still, if OG doesn't want to be a Raptor, you know that, and just can use that completely as leverage and not give up RJ Barrett, who's your best asset, who has a tradable contract for if you want to trade for a star player and you want RJ to be the centerpiece of that, you could use RJ's contract. I know it's a poison pill deal, but the NBA is moving in a way where teams will be able to figure that out, and the Knicks will probably be willing to take back more salary in return to sort of counteract that poison pill deal. So I say don't waste RJ as a trade chip on OG Anunoby, who probably is not going to get much better as an NBA player, while RJ, meanwhile, has multiple levels that he can jump still and is younger. So I'm just disgusted.
Hold on. This is where I give you a little pushback. This is me. Okay, so this is me playing devil's advocate. Like you've been playing devil's advocate in the last few videos. I'll be the one to play devil's advocate. You just said RJ has a few more levels to go up.
Yeah.
Does he? Because we've been seeing kind of the same RJ for the last few seasons now, and I get it. He has the pressure of being the number 3 pick behind Zion and behind Ja. It's unfortunate, but whatever. He got picked number 3 by the Knicks, and he's had an up and down relationship with the Knicks fans. Like we do think that he has more potential, and we want to see him unlock that potential. But at this point, he's year 5, 6, 7? He's year 5. At this point, is he what he is right now, or are we going to see RJ actually have that level up? And I'm not sure he is, honestly.
I don't think it would happen with the Knicks. I just don't think he fits here. The two best players on the Knicks are lefties who want to score the ball. RJ's a lefty who wants to score the ball.
Yeah.
It's too redundant, and I think the Knicks should trade RJ because it'll be better for his career. And I'm a huge RJ Barrett fan. He's my favorite player on the Knicks, but looking at it objectively, he's never going to hit his full ceiling with a team like this. This just is not the team for RJ Barrett. And I'm not really a big fan of trading him for OG because of OG's impending free agency and an uncertain amount of money that he'll be getting paid next year when the Knicks have salaries to think about. And sure, if you trade RJ, you're going to lose a lot of salary in the process. But at the same time, I think you could do better than OG Anunoby. And I love OG Anunoby on the Knicks. I think it would be a tremendous fit. I think it would work really well if OG was the Knicks starting shooting guard or small forward. I think it would be great. I think he fits very well. He's a CAA client.
Just everything not for RJ.
What's up?
Just not for RJ.
Essentially that, yeah. Just not for RJ. That's really where it comes down to.
No, I'm with you too. Like I don't want to give up RJ for OG. Absolutely not. I like RJ. I want to see him reach his potential, but I agree with you that I don't know if he's gonna reach it on the Knicks. But why do we have to trade RJ? Why don't we trade Julius Randle? Why do we trade Julius Randle? Like that. Hello, that's the guy. I'm sorry to say, Chris. I don't care. Call me a Nick hater. That's the guy that I think is gonna unlock everything. We put Julius Randle on the trading block. We see what we get back, and that's gonna unleash Jalen Brunson to a absolutely entirely new level, which is crazy because he's already leveled up so many times, and RJ as well.
I mean, in a vacuum, because Julius is arguably the best player on the Knicks.
But he's not.
But he might be.
But he's not.
He's put up 27 points per game in his last 10, excuse me. He's balling. Hasn't had those inconsistent games that Jalen Brunson has had this season. Ever since November, when Julius got healthy, he has been the Knicks' most consistent weapon. Now that Mitch is down with injury, and ever since RJ's migraine, that took him from a great player on the Knicks to RJ, what we're looking at now, shooting 34% from 3 now in the year. Julius is a tremendous player, and I've said multiple times I don't think the Knicks can win with the Julius Randle era because just the way that the NBA is at the moment, I don't see a purpose in competing right now. I think it would make more sense to move backwards, take 2 steps backwards because it'll lead to 5 steps forward in the future. But I also, for the pro Julius hive that's out there, he's so good. He is the reason that Jalen Brunson is on the Knicks. He's the reason why the Knicks have any respect at all because it all started with him. It all stems back to Julius signing with the Knicks and then having that breakout year.
I don't know if you're playing devil's advocate or you're being serious right now. You think Jalen Brunson
half and half for sure. You think
Jalen Brunson came to the Knicks? You think Jalen Brunson came to the Knicks because Julius Randle's here, or do you think it was that contract? It was the contract, bro. It was the contract.
I think Jalen Brunson came to the Knicks because he saw that they were no longer the same Knicks organization, and that started with Julius Randle bringing them to the playoffs. Okay. That is, I don't think Jalen Brunson went like, Julius Randle's on the Knicks,
right,
and went right to the Knicks. I don't think that happened, right. But I do think it was helpful. Like he realized that Julius was a good player. He saw Julius lead the Knicks back to the playoffs. Like, so it's not like the Knicks were like some trash heap that they were all before then. Where it's like, okay, the Knicks haven't made the playoffs in 8-9 years because say they didn't make it in 2020, 2021, and Julius was just the same inconsistent player that he was the year prior. It would have been 10 years at that point since the Knicks had made the playoffs, and I think it would have been a lot harder for Brunson to be like, all right, I'll go there, despite the fact that they hadn't made the playoffs in 10 years. Instead, they were just on a 1-year playoff drought, which is a lot different. And even if you've only made it to 1 year in the last 10, it's signs of improvement, and it's the same management. And you know that the team has something in Randle, and
I get it.
I think he helped. I'm not saying the entirety. Yeah. It wasn't entirely Julius Randle at all.
No, I definitely agree with you there that he helped, but I definitely wouldn't say that he went to the Knicks because of Julius Randle. But man, as far as RJ, yeah, I don't want to give him up for OG. Like, yeah, he's a 3-and-D player. He'll be a solid starting shooting guard. But like, honestly, I think RJ Barrett is a better player than OG. The numbers might say a little bit different, and OG might be a better defender. But like we keep saying, RJ, I feel like just has more potential that he hasn't reached yet, and it's unfortunate because we don't know if we're gonna see that while he's on the Knicks.
RJ is the wing version of Julius Randle. He just is. The way they play, they're so similar. And I understand the reasoning behind why you're saying, what if we trade Julius? Because who knows how much RJ breaks out if he is to become a better player than Julius is now. I just don't see that being a realistic thing that'll happen. However, no, I don't think RJ reaches his potential on the Knicks because of who's here in the mix of Brunson and Randle.
I also want to throw in one little thing right before we close out this video. I do want to give a shout out to your boy Quickley. He has been playing well, but I was watching the game last night, and the one thing that I said to my brother is, I'm tired of seeing Quickley kill in the regular season. All this stuff, 6-man of the year conversation, being offensive firepower coming off the bench, that's all well and dandy. I don't care anymore. I gotta see it in April. I have to see it in the playoffs, bro.
He's played like 10 playoff games in his life.
I know.
This is his 4th season.
I know, but the 2 playoff appearances, he's been absolutely bupkis.
Who was good against the Hawks?
Nobody. I understand that.
So that's not on Quickley.
It's not on Quickley. It's not solely on him. 100% not. I'm just saying that I want to see him actually have a good playoff series. Last season, I understand that he got hurt, so he couldn't actually play. I get that, but that's a little. I don't want to say it's an excuse. I'm just tired of seeing Quickley excel in the regular season. I just want to see him put it together in the playoffs. That's it. I'm not putting the blame on him.
Not a huge sample size, though.
You are. That's correct. You are.
He's had good playoff games.
But yes, games. But has it been a consistent?
No, but there's also been all right. So the Knicks in total since Emmanuel Quickley has been in the NBA, 6 + 5 + 5. He's played, or the Knicks have played 16 playoff games. I had to just do some quick mental math, some quick addition. With Quickley, it's like the Knicks in total have played 16 playoff games. He missed, I think, 4 games in that Heat series, 3 games. Right. He's played like 12, 13 playoff games in his life. He's had good individual playoff games. The New York Knicks were atrocious against the Atlanta Hawks. And no one was good that series. RJ was bad. Julius was bad. Nerlens Noel was, Alfred Payton just played like Alfred Payton. And Reggie Bullock forgot how to shoot. The only player who played well was Derrick Rose, and he burned out after game 3.
Right.
So, I'm not that concerned about Quickley. If he's fully healthy and say he were to just not be able to hit a shot throughout the entirety of these playoffs, then maybe it's a cause for concern. But right now, no, I'm not that worried about a guy who's only played 12 playoff games, and one of them was a series where they were dead in the water essentially after the first game.
I respect your opinion. I respect it. So we'll see what happens this season, man.
Also, I'm biased because that's my guy. But no, I genuinely do believe that. I am being completely honest. I think he'll be fine. He's got that clutch gene enough to the point where I do believe he'll get it going.
That's it for today's video. If you guys want to leave it in the comments and let us know what you think about the RJ and OG Anunoby trade. Also, maybe what you guys think about throwing Julius Randle on the trade block. Also, what you think about Quickley. Are you guys tired of seeing Quickley being in the 6-man of the year conversation and not really showing up in the playoffs? Chris, my bad. But leave it in the comments, and we'll check you guys out in the next video. Peace.